This highlight video is sponsored by Curtis Bruff Auto Sales, 230 West Main, Tremont, 257-0780.
The Bear River girls soccer team hosted their last home game of the season against Desert Hills Wednesday, October 13th. The Lady Bears won 4-2 in this first round playoff game. Early on, they had several opportunities to score, but couldn't get the ball in the net. Josie Payne scored the first goal 10 minutes into the first half. At halftime, the Lady Bears were ahead 1-0. Caitlin Wilcox scored the second goal 15 minutes into the second half. Just 2 minutes after that, Josie Payne scored the third goal. Caitlin Polson scored the final goal for the Lady Bears. Desert Hills did not give up and scored 2 goals in the second half. Coach Jean Wilcox after the win against Desert Hills.
For you guys and your confidence headed into the next playoff game.
We feel like we play really well at home, and so playing here with a home game, we've worked really hard all season to have this as one of our goals. And Desert Hills is a bad draw. They really are, because they're a pretty decent team and they're playing better. And so we knew that we had to come in here and play really hard.
How prepared do you feel for the next game, and how will you prepare with your next few days?
Really prepared. I mean, we've played, and it's not on turf, but we played a lot of turf games this year, and we played a lot of grass games, and we're ready for anything. I think one of our biggest strengths is we're really deep. We can run a lot of people across the top and across the sides, and so that way I feel like we match up really well with the top couple teams in the state.
How do you think your girls played today?
Hard, and that could maybe say how they play all the time, but they always play really hard. And the scouting report on this team was they're really physical, and they were. But I think we answered them there, and were able to do some things that way.
And what do you feel were your strengths and weaknesses this game, and how do you plan to adjust for that in your next game?
Strengths for sure, I think, is our depth, especially across our wings, strikers, and the tops and the sides. We're a really fast team, from our goalie to all the way up to our striker, and so that was their other scouting report, and these guys weren't all that fast, and so we had a couple times where we blew by their fullbacks on either side, and they didn't match us up very well that way. The next game, we've been really healthy this year, and so we're just hoping that we can use that same thing, that we can put in our rotations and just stay solid and strong. Delta plays ALA, and unless there's a big upset, which I don't imagine, but if there is, we'd have a home game, and if not, then we would play at Delta on Saturday. So, and we've played them before. I mean, seems like we're Delta's, like Delta and us, or we're Juan Diego. We kind of had their number for a while. But Delta's, they always play hard. They're a little team, little town that gets behind their team, and so if you go in there asleep and they get a goal on you, it's on. It's like a fist fight in a little town. So we gotta go and get on them right away and do it that way. So we're excited. We're excited for it. So.
Bear River will travel to Delta on Saturday, October 16th for their second playoff game at 1 o'clock. Reporting with the Tremont Leader, this is Jessica Tanner.
For The Leader, a multimedia company, this is Greg Madsen.